Hello and welcome along, everybody. This is the day after live on GCTV. Thank you very much for joining us. My name is Mark Lewis. You can see the beautiful Porte Hercule here behind us. We are in Monaco as we reflect on stage 10 of the Global Champions League, a rather unique stage that saw two very interesting teams go head-to-head, and the most remarkable outcome that was decided by time, and some big championship points as well up for grabs. Let's show you how things ended in Monaco at the end of Global Champions League. Canstars, powered by the Iron Dames, running away with a very, very impressive victory. Prague Lions, powered by the Czech equestrian team, well, they might feel hard done by, defeated only by time. And Falkenswart United, 11 penalties further back for third place. Good result for the Shanghai Swans after a disappointing season. And the Stockholm Hearts, powered by H&M We Love Horses, lose championship ground after finishing in 5th place. Canstars officially now moving back into first place. Monaco Aces and Rome Gladiators finishing in 6th and 7th. You'll see no Razorback International on that first page. Difficult day for them again, as we saw Owen McMahon and Philip Schuster top off, finish on 20 penalties. Madrid Emotion in 40. How unique and rare is that? Tough day out for them as well. Doha Falcons, Scandinavian Vikings trying to make up some ground as well, as Scandinavian Vikings and New York Empire, powered by Lugano Diamonds, continue to fight for the bottom spot on the championship. Let's talk about the day. Let's welcome our guest. Rosie Tapner joins us first. Rosie, you had a fun day in Porte Hercule yesterday. There's a lot to enjoy here, isn't there?
There is a lot to enjoy. It's quite a setting, I have to say. It was a fantastic day. As always, it was a great competition, but very different in this arena as well, which I know we'll get onto a little bit later. But always fun to be on the ground, chatting to the riders and getting to hear it from ground level. We are excited to have Peter de Vos, powered by the Czech equestrian team from the Prague Lions, on the show. Peter, it's not very often that you jump a clean sheet and don't win a GCL stage. Talk to me about those emotions for you and Niels.
Yeah, okay, we were very, very happy, of course, after coming out with a double clear, both of us, and then yeah, hoping to see a rail come down from the next team, but it didn't happen. So it was quite disappointing and a bit frustrating, to be honest. If you don't touch a pole and then you end up second. But okay, it's a sport, and the other ones deserved it.
In hindsight, this is a very difficult ring to be aggressive in because things come at you so quickly. It's easy to say now, oh, Niels and I should have been more aggressive, but is this the arena that you can take more risks with? It looks as if it gives you very little.
Oh, for sure not, and that's also why we didn't. I mean, we were the first team to go. The plan was to go clear, and that's what we should have done. And we didn't want to take any risk on the time in that stage because it's such a difficult arena. If something slightly goes wrong, the horse can be a bit distracted, and you can have 2 or 3 rails down as well, like very easily, like a domino effect. So you know that, and going in by that thought, you just have to go clear and secure the clear rounds, and that's what we did.
Is that the kind of feeling you got, Rosie, chatting to a lot of the teams in the ring? What was the thought, the consensus of how the Monaco ring plays for a rider who's trying to be aggressive but needs to keep fences up?
Yeah, absolutely. It literally is a domino effect. If you get one wrong, then the stride goes wrong to the next one, because I know that quite a lot of it's on a related distance, correct me if I'm wrong, so as soon as you get one wrong, it then can go wrong quite quickly for the rest of it. I think Muda said yesterday you need a calculator as you go around this course, which I thought was a really brilliant line, actually. But a lot of frustrations yesterday. Obviously, I'm in the warm-up arena grabbing a few interviews, and a lot of frustrations. Obviously, Doha Falcons in particular getting such high scoring, but a lot of high faults yesterday. But there are a few standout ones for me. I mean, John Whittaker again jumping double clear. I know he had a few time faults, which we'll get onto later, but jumping double clear. Edwina spoke to me afterwards and says he always saves the day. John Whittaker is the one. Nicola Pole coming in round 2 and going clear again. She, again, not the greatest round 1, but she's proving herself in round 2 that she really can come and deliver those clears. So it's wonderful to see a few people really, really performing exceptionally well. But yesterday was interesting for me. I don't think I've ever seen a show with that many high faults before.
Yeah, Peter, you're very blessed to have arguably some of the best young horses in the world, but I want to talk to you about the decision-making to bring young horses here. You proved everyone right by jumping a clean sheet. I just want to know, from your team discussion, who is brave enough to bring 9- and 10-year-olds to jump in a difficult ring, unless you are incredibly lucky, as you say, to have the horses you have? But talk to us about the decision to bring young horses.
Okay, for me it is a bit particular. I think the horse proved, she's only 9, but actually she proved already this year that she's so mature We were already 8th in the World Cup final a few months ago, so that proves that the horse is able to jump in a ring like that. I also jumped with her in another small ring indoor in Paris, which was also very small, so I knew she could handle the small rings. And that's of course, when you're coming here, you have to bear that in mind, and you know that it can be a good show for her.
I guess there's always a time when you have to bring a younger horse in. One of the riders was saying to me yesterday, there's a time when you have to do it, and it may go wrong and it may go right.
Yeah, the thing is, the problem is it's a long season, it's a lot of shows, and you cannot always rely on the same horses. You have to bring new horses in even for next season. You have to think about next season as well. And if you at one point you have to bring them in. You have to give them this experience, even if it's in the team competition. I mean, that's an experience as well for the horses. It's the pressure. They need to stand that pressure, and it's all about experience. And at a certain point, you have to bring them in and see where you are. And even if that's maybe sometimes bad for the result of the team, it's maybe for the future. It's good.
Because even Niels is jumping with a 10-year-old and a 12-year-old. I imagine for Anna Kellner-Rover in particular, the ability of you and Niels to develop these young horses must be a huge asset for her, as you say, maybe not now, but for seasons to come. Talk to us about, her perspective on you guys developing such young horses.
I think I can say it's the last 2 years we're a little bit the anchors of the team, Niels and me, and